अपनी लेंथ में सुधार किया। बढ़िया क्रिकेट हमेशा नहीं होता है। बहुत ही बढ़िया शॉट, अच्छी शुरुआत यहाँ पे एमआईबी विकेट खोने के बाद। विकेट आज बहुत ही बढ़िया। अच्छी गेंदों पे
It's the lucky loser who continues to make the most of his second opportunity here in Hamburg. Quite the upset. A man who hadn't won too many matches on this surface in his career. He's now into the last 8 in Hamburg with a magnificent win. Bublik takes down Felix Auger-Aliassime 6-4, 6-2.
But didn't he do well? He's delighted, obviously, with that performance. I mean, from 3-love down, it was one-way traffic, and largely down to the way that Bublik played. He was smart in terms of his tactics. Auger-Aliassime did not enjoy the block return. It seemed to break his rhythm. He didn't serve well. There was a fair few unforced errors as well. Wasn't successful when coming forward, so disappointment for him. Still unable to get many matches on the clay. His focus will now be on the French Open.
Well, the numbers will tell us some of the story at least. What do we pick out here, Luz?
Well, I think serving stats for Auger-Aliassime, I mean, percentages in terms of getting the first serve in and points one behind, and same was did better on the second serve, didn't he? And that was down to the way that Bublik just blocked it back. He had a whole heap of breakpoint opportunities. Don't forget, he was love 40 to try and level the first set for 5-all. Was unable to convert. Did see some issues with his serve as well in terms of the double faults. He will not be pleased with that side of his game, and the unforced errors did really start to mount up. Didn't hit many at all in the first 3 games. And then 20 overall. Bublik, in terms of his game, he'd expect to hit a fair few numbers of unforced errors, but decent there, and for him to be in the positive with 19 winners, so it'd certainly be pleased with what he did out there. It was a good performance.
So, Bublik against Garin for a place in the semi-finals here in Hamburg. Karen Hashinoff came through last night. Double breakdown in the third he was. But found a way to beat Struff. He'll face Dusan Lau. Monday, Thursday offering here, of course. He was first up Monday morning, couple of days off. He'll face Tsitsipas in round 2. Tsitsipas beating Dan Evans today in comfortable style. So let's have a look and see what's happened today. Not much happened for Benoit Paire, who was forced to withdraw from this match. Paul Yannick Hanfmann beat Gaël Fils, but was not up to the task of beating Christian Garin today. Garin is a quality clay quarter and proved it again here. He's into the last 8. He's the Chilean. And Stefanos Tsitsipas had too much for the British number 1. Dan Evans outplayed by the Greek. And this, so far, the only really tight match of the day, Andrei Rublev. He was sitting just outside the top 10, of course. He was unseated this week by Denis Shapovalov. Court number 1. Let's see how things have shaken out over there. But we haven't got the Europlay for that one. There we go, yes we have. Andrei Rublev, as I mentioned, a winner over Tommy Paul in 1 hour and 36 minutes. It's a chance for us to take a quick breather and hear from Alexander Bublik.
I mean, well, when you step on court, on clay courts, which is not my favorite surface, and you play against such a great player as Felix, you know, you have a little pressure. And Felix started pretty well, pretty fast, and, you know, I'm happy to get through it. I'm happy to find my rhythm during the game and just to, you know, win it.
Let's talk about that underarm serve. That was very cheeky, I have to say. Is that something you throw in occasionally? I haven't seen that for a while.
Well, I mean, I changed my coach recently, like last year, and when I was doing all of this stuff and everybody was telling me, yo, you know, you have to be more serious and stuff like this, and when this guy came out, we decided, you know, I'm doing it, you know. Sometimes it just popped on my mind and I started doing it without even, you know, it can be a set point like I played against Goffin, Marseille or Montpellier, and I throw it for some reason, I have no idea why, and then we decided to work on it, you know, just a little bit, so I can have an idea how to do it. So now it's going very well. I served a couple of aces in the last 3 matches, so yeah, it works well for me.
It was certainly working today, that underarm serve. Looking forward to see that again. What about your backhand? I feel like with your backhand, you pretty much can do whatever you want. Do you feel like that as well when you're out there on the court?
Well, I don't want to say that, because when you say that next day, you don't put any ball on the court, so yeah, I mean, I can play some backhands, and when the good day's coming up, you know, I can pretty much do everything. But the backhand today was very good, and I'm very happy. So yeah, I feel it.